Start the party!
Hey guys, it's your boy Roy. This is easily the most heart-wrenching chapter. It took years of practice, going on mountain hikes, rocky montages, and everything to beat this. Anybody that ever talked to me on GameFAQs or any type of forum about Vanquish knows that I really hate the sniper pit of hell. And it was one part I was not looking forward to on God Hard. There were actually 3 points, no 4, that I was not looking forward to. One was the 3-2, which we already beat. Then there was this one. Then we have 5-2, which is the Burns fight and the final boss. But this one I always found to be the most insane. And I'm going to tell you why. Generally what we're going to be dealing with is we're going to have a setup in which we have to fight. By the way, this hallway is just generic. Just fire through, take cover, and kill. But what we're going to have to deal with is 3 Romanov Ds, which are the drill type, and around 6 snipers, a turret, and a couple of normal Gorgies just standing watch. There's barely any cover. I believe there's 2 pieces of cover and 1 piece of easily destroyable cover. And you can hide like way in the distance, but to get there will either mean getting a EMP lost to get there safely, or just plain luck and you'll just die a lot trying to get to that one position. After that, Vanquishly, we only have to kill 3 Romanovs to trigger the checkpoint, but that proved to be difficult in and of itself. I think I have 90 deaths here. It's absolutely insane. So my tactic here is I tried everything from just waiting out behind certain covers, and what I found out was just playing really aggressive helped. Like try and stick behind this little piece of cover here and play it safe. Try to be mindful of that window opening. And what I learned while playing this chapter is if they do that drill, they will always be facing you. So you need to dodge away or circle around it. And you need to hit that weak point really in the weak point. So you will see a little red burst, like bam, there you got it, and then he takes a lot of extra damage. Overheating is not allowed here, unless you melee and you have an EMP to save your life. But you never stay in one place at one time, and if you can get a kill, take it. One of the Romanov Ds will usually drop a shotgun, which is really nice for this run. And you generally want to shoot them in the back once to trigger that little bend over move you saw him do there, and then hit him in the back again, like in that core of them. You never want to have your back turned against them either, because they have an instant kill grab. If they're near to you, they will instantly do it and you will die. So you want to avoid that. And at range, they will generally do their "I'm drilling towards you and gonna kill you" move. Yeah, you don't want that either. Thankfully, shotgun stuns him generally in a couple, like 1 hit, makes him tumble a bit. Here, that guy's still not dead. So aim at the back, and then aim in the core. And the core again, and the core again, and bam! I think that's a checkpoint. Yeah. Now this is where I actually break the rule. I'm gonna go way in the back and pull the tank over there and use a grenade to kill the guys up top. I want to give a shout out to the Seraphim because he actually I used his video as a sort of a guideline, at least to learn when the spawn actually happens, like what triggers the checkpoint. And he had a note that you can throw a grenade up there. Kill those guys. I never really thought that would be manageable, because sometimes there's invisible walls for that type of stuff in this game. So I throw an EMP. I'm just looking around for ammo, but my general tactic is I want to get the tank over here, and I also wanted to see if I could just skip the area by pressing the button. I want to get the tank over here, and after that, and that's something I did not realize, is you have to kill everyone. And I completely forgot about that, and I run out of ammo. So I'm just going to spoil it. For the last 2 enemies, I used a heavy machine gun. I was so done with this place. I thought like, okay, I can do this entire part again with the tank, and it might take another couple of tries to actually get that right. Get lucky with the sniper shots, because sometimes you can just get bad RNG and the snipers will all zone in on you and you're dead. So I decided against that and just decided, okay, you know, it's 2 snipers. I already got through hell. It's good enough for me. For the tank, general tactic still applies. Wait for him to come to you. Dodge behind it. You can use an EMP if you want to generate some quick openings. and shoot the turrets in his back, and then fire away at the core. I still feel that as an enemy type, and I think I talked about this a bit before on a couple of forums, is that the tank also feels really underutilized. And a lot of these enemy types get combinations, like you see Romanov D with a Romanov M, with a Romanov F, all these types of enemies combined, especially in the challenge maps. You even see them combined with a Crystal Viper in challenge number 4. Yet the tank is always alone, or sometimes assisted by like 1 or 2 Gorgies, and that's it. And I would have loved to see like 2 tanks, or a tank with a Romanov, or a tank with a Crystal Viper, or hell, a bogey and a tank. Let's see how that goes, because you really have this small, big, this big, slow killing machine with this fast, agile, but not high damage, for instance, blue bogey. Which would have made for a nice combat encounter, and it's not in this game. And I think that's something that a lot of these games really need to learn, is they should just allow us to make our own combat encounters. It would be really interesting to just generate, it would be easy and also pretty interesting to just put a little make your own mission in here. Like, okay, you have these 3 maps, or these maps from the challenge modes, and you can just select your own enemy variety. Okay, if you want to fight 20 bogeys at once, you can. It means your funeral. Here I use the heavy machine gun melee to boost upwards, and I get this nice little sniper shot for my satisfaction. And really lucky there. That sniper shot would have killed me. That's one big rumor, by the way, and it's not true. You still have iframes if you're out of juice, as you saw there. It's just not a lot. It's only in the exact middle of the dodge. Like if you're in midair of the roll, then you don't have any. Then you still have a couple of iframes. But yeah, I think that would be quite nice. I remember, but maybe I remember incorrectly, but I remember God of War having this. Maybe it was in God of War 3 that I remember this type of room where you could like make your own combat scenario or something like that. But could be that my memory's off, so apologies if that's true. But I would really like that. It would make for some interesting challenges. It's also something I really would like to see in Metal Gear Rising. I always wanted to fight 2 Senators at once, or just all the Winds of Destruction at once, like fight Sam, Monsoon, Mistral, and Sundowner at once. I mean, that would be really cool. That would be like Ultimate Ninja 2 levels of difficulty for those that have played Sigma 2 of the Ninja Gaiden series. Nothing else really to be said about this chapter. It was bonkers. It's absolutely, it is skill based, but it's also a bit luck based. Like the big luck factor comes from sometimes a sniper will just tag you, and you really have to know, you have to be in a good position. So generally the tactic here is to not be in a position where if a sniper hits you, you're gonna die. You really want to try and always be in a position that if a sniper gets a hit on you, they can easily get into a cover, or at least have an EMP ready to get those Romanovs off your case. And it's all, and I think that's also why a lot of people sometimes say a certain fight is unfair. It's about where you put your boundaries. And I always make the example, like if you're put in a corner by a boss and he does an explosion type move, and you can't dodge away because he's like blocking your way out, or he's too close, and he kills you, and then you generally have to make the decision for yourself. Like, some people will say, that's unfair, and other people will say like, I shouldn't have gotten in that corner in the first place. Here you see me just have a machine gun. But yeah, that's always a distinction I like to make myself, and it holds value here too. Like if I get shot by a sniper and then killed by a Romanov, yes, it sucks, but on the other hand, I shouldn't have gotten in that situation in the first place. I should have had like an EMP ready, or I should have been able to deal with it as that time came.
Hey, do your job.
That's it for this chapter. I think I had 90 deaths, or was it 40? It was a lot. Damn. Alright guys, see you guys with the next chapter, which will be the Crystal Viper.